In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to become a high ticket closer and start earning some commission in the shortest time possible. My name's Leo Conway and I've coached over 30 guys in the space, many of which that had no experience. And they were able to land their first role and make their first bit of commission in the first 30 days of starting. Like Joe, who went from a dead end 9 to 5 job to consistently make over $10,000 a month whilst being able to travel to places like Marbella and being able to work from his laptop. So if he and countless others can do it, then there's no reason why you can't do the same. So make sure to stick around and watch this video to the very end because I'll show you exactly how we can scale you up to $10,000 a month in the shortest time possible. Okay, first of all, what actually is a high ticket closer? As a high ticket closer, you're essentially the middleman, okay, for an established business between the product and the people interested in the product. Your role is to take inbound Zoom calls that are already booked onto your calendar through the marketing the company uses. A few examples of this may be paid ads or organic content, right? I actually used to work for Alex Eubank and we did paid ads and we also used to get leads from organic content. You then simply show up to these Zoom calls and your goal is to try and close the person if they're a good fit for the product. Now, the products you will be typically selling will be coaching, online education, marketing tools, systems, and these products will range anywhere from 3 to 50,000. And as a high ticket closer, you'll typically make 10% on every single deal that you close. For example, if you sell a 5K product, you'll make 500. You close 10 deals a month, you make 5K. You close 20, you make 10K. And with 5 to 10 calls every single day on your calendar, you can see how simple this can become. And it becomes this simple when you have the recipe of becoming an elite high ticket closer. I like to break this into 2 simple parts. First of all, you've got getting a good sales skill set. And second of all, you've got being able to find the opportunities to apply that same skill set. You're not starting some fancy business model, but instead learning a skill that has literally been around forever. You can go into these businesses, work for them as a high ticket closer, understand how they are run, make a load of money, and then start your own business. Now, let's talk about getting good at sales. First of all, this isn't going to happen overnight because you're learning a real skill. But the best thing about this is the better you get, the more money you make because you're able to close more of the calls that you take. It's an endless positive cycle. As you either earn or you learn, you simply cannot go backwards. If we look at all the biggest business owners like Iman Gadzhi, Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozi, they all have one thing in common. They are good at sales. And this was the foundation for them of becoming successful. Now, to get good at sales, there's a few ways to do this. You can watch free YouTube videos, you can read books, or if you're looking to speed up the process, you can invest in a mentorship like mine, which is the Sales Collective, where you can leverage resources and speed up the process. Now, the thing with sales, it is an active skill, meaning if you want to be good at it, you need to get the reps in and practice. The best way to do this is simply running mock calls and role plays. It is like going to the gym. No matter how much gym content you watch, the only thing that will actually get you in shape and move the needle is by going to the gym. And it is the exact same with sales. You get better by actually doing it. At first, you simply may not be that good. And that's completely fine, right? Because this goes with learning any new skill. In order to be elite, you simply have to go through the learning phase of not being that good. Now, once you've done the mock calls and the role plays and things start coming together, then you can start looking for the right opportunity. It is very important that you set the foundation first. Otherwise, when you find a good offer, the skill set simply won't be there. And you'll start to get on people's nerves and burn a lot of bridges. Now, how do you find these offers? Providing you actually have the skill set, it's time to land your first role. A huge thing business owners look for is obviously your skill set. However, they are also massively focused on who you are as a person. Because in these companies, a huge thing is the culture. So you simply have to sell yourself as well on who you are as a person. Now, to find opportunities is actually very simple. You can go in and join a bunch of Facebook groups where they'll post job listings. However, I warn you now, these job listings aren't the best quality and there's a lot of scam ones, so you'll need to vet them out. For example, all these ones here, when I typed in high ticket sales opportunities, you had literally hundreds of groups. But in my opinion, the best way to find opportunities is actually through social media. You simply go and find a niche that interests you. Then you can find big names within that niche and find coaches with high ticket offers. For example, whether it be e-commerce, trading, fitness, brand scaling, all these different niches. Everyone nowadays will simply just send a message saying like, oh, hey, my name's XYZ. Let me be a high ticket closer. And they'll just hope for a response back. But the thing is, you need to stand out. Do research about the offer. Find existing sales reps on the offer. Find the sales manager. Nowadays, the bar is so low. Just by doing this, you'll show how serious you are and be able to stand out. Make it very custom to the offer you're applying for and be incredibly professional. I see time and time again, people literally in my DMs text saying, yo, what's up, G? Let me be your high ticket closer. And what this does is immediately disqualifies you. So it's very, very important that you hold yourself to a very high standard because these business owners notice the small things. And another way to land an offer is in communities like mine, we have recruiters that can get you directly hired, save you a bunch of time, bunch of hassle, and make it way more simple. Now, another thing that's really, really important in one, getting hired, but two, being successful in high ticket sales is your network. Have you ever heard the saying, your network is your net worth? Well, in the high ticket closing space, that is very, very true. The best ways to land roles in the space and overall improve as a closer to make more money is by networking with other people, whether that be other closers, business owners, system guys, marketers, anyone involved in these offers, you need to network with. And then when they realize you're actually good at sales, you'll be the go-to guy that they hire and you'll have endless opportunities. And when I say network, I do not mean go and use these people. I mean, build a real connection with them and help them where you can with your skill set. Now, knowing how to vet out an opportunity to make sure it's a good opportunity is very, very important. It's very important you understand what a good offer looks like and also what a bad offer looks like. A good offer is normally doing minimum an absolute standard $70,000 or more per month. That's typically with one closer. If an offer is doing 70K a month but has 10 closers, well, they're lying about the on-target earnings. You also do not want a brand new offer. You want something that's fairly established and has been around consistently for the last 3 months or more. For example, this is what a good offer looks like. 13.5 million made, meaning the closers would have made a very good amount as well. Now, there are main 3 components that I go to when vetting out an offer. First of all, I make sure the offer itself is good and that they actually get the results for the people inside. Most of all, the actual offer itself makes sense, meaning it is actually solving a problem to the target demographic. That way, you as a closer are actually bought in and you're confident selling the product. Component 2 is the marketing. I like to make sure the marketing is good and predictable, meaning the company has consistent lead flow through ads or organic content. Also making sure people are jumping on the calls with context rather than jumping on not actually having a clue what is going on. You want people jumping on calls that have already shown interest in the product and they know what the actual call is about. With the marketing, you want a consistent calendar, meaning you get consistent calls every single day. And component 3 is the vision. For me, it's very important to understand the progression I can make within the company and also the business owner's plans to make it happen. It's all good someone saying they want to hit $1 million a month, but what is the actual inputs that need to be done to get that outcome? This way I know I have room to progress and learn every single day inside the company. So that's exactly how you can become a high ticket closer, how you can land your first offer, and how you can start making your first bit of commission. I had guys go through pretty similar training to this and land their first offer and start making money within the first 30 days. Just remember to learn the skill of sales first, because that is actually what's going to allow you to make so much money in this space. And lastly, if you want to speed up the process of learning sales, landing your first offer, and scaling to $10,000 a month within as little as 90 days, click the first link in the description, book in a call, and I will see you on the other side.